Hey guys, welcome back to another session of Unacademy here on this channel, Unacademy Future Doctors. I'm Dr. Shivangi Shukla, your educator for biochemistry here on Unacademy. Welcome all of you to another session of Image of the Day. Let me first check if I'm visible and audible to everyone because I've been harping about without even checking if the live stream has started or not. Okay, so let me just check if the live stream has started and if my video and audio are both clear, proper. All right. Just give me a minute to ensure. Okay. All right. So I can see that the stream has started. And all of you, I am your educator for biochemistry, Dr. Shivangi Shukla. I welcome all of you to this session this evening. I'll just, till the time the others join in, I'll quickly brief you about the different types of subscription for NEET PG that are available on the Unacademy app. Both iconic as well as plus subscriptions are available for NEET PG. Now, both of these will give you access to video lectures from top educators across the country. And not just their video lectures, but also their printed notes in the PDF format, access to competitive exams, access to competitive quizzes and combats, all India level combats. Okay, so these educators would be giving their quizzes that will be highly competitive with a lot of students around and a lot of learners. And also you will get access to question banks which are exhaustive and regularly updated. Okay. Next, the iconic subscription is going to give you access to resources from Prep Ladder as well. Okay, so for both of these, the USP is that you can access these while on the go on any device of your choice, be it your phone, your laptop, your iPad, whatever it is, or while even also while sitting at in the comfort of your home, accessing these on your PC. Okay, and also the state-of-the-art tools that are used, like raise your hand feature, polls during the class. Now they ensure that it ensures a simulated physical classroom environment. And also one very important announcement: between March 16th to May 16th, Unacademy has come up with this rapid revision batch. Okay, now 40 plus educators, more than 40 educators are there, in all of them in one batch, and they'll be helping you revise all the 19 subjects through subject wise tests, through lectures and through grand tests. Okay, so please do not give it a miss if you're serious for this attempt, for this NEET PG attempt. Okay, in May 2022. All right. Now also, while taking the subscription, do not forget to put in the educator code DRSHUKLA. Okay. Now this code is going to fetch you an additional 10% discount on either of the two subscriptions, plus or iconic, whichever you wish to take. If you apply the code DRSHUKLA, Dr. Shukla, you're going to earn a 10% discount. Okay, so now coming to the image that we have to discuss. This is the image of the day. This is a pedigree chart. Okay, and you have to tell me what type of inheritance. What is the question? The question is, what is the mode of inheritance depicted in this pedigree chart? Okay, now what is the mode of inheritance depicted in this pedigree chart? This is the question for you. If you have seen, what is the mode of inheritance depicted in this pedigree chart, guys? What is the mode of inheritance depicted in this pedigree chart? This is the question. I have reiterated this for you. This is the pedigree chart. Now look at this and tell me the answer. Give me the answer in the comments section. Okay. Your time starts now. You have 5 full minutes to analyze this and then answer. Okay, your time has started. Analyze this and then answer. 5 full minutes, guys, for you to answer this. Okay. Great. Answer. Come on, come on. I want to see answers from you guys. Come on. come on, guys. Come on. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes have already passed. Look at this pedigree and tell me the correct answer. We have been discussing pedigree charts for the last 2 sessions, and this is the third image-based session involving the pedigree analysis. So it is very important for you guys to know how to decipher the pedigree charts, okay? Because not just decipher but also draw them is very important for you, because these are not very difficult. Rather, you should be able to uh, uh, you should be able to decipher them. You should be able to solve application based questions also using these pedigree charts. Hi Kabir, how are you? Do let me know the answer. Solve this. Try and decipher what is the mode of inheritance. What is the question? The question is, what is the mode of inheritance depicted in this pedigree chart? Do let me know. People can also question you, asking. You can also be questioned as to these are the diseases. Which of the following diseases can be inherited using this mode of inheritance? So that is an application based question. It is very important for you to be very thorough with interpreting these pedigree analysis. Okay, one very easy and easy trick is to quickly write down the genotypes. Okay, write down genotypes here. That will help you in deciphering. That is what I'll help you do. Okay, writing down genotypes. Come on, last 2 minutes left. On guys, last few seconds left and then I'll tell you the answer. Last 15 seconds left, then we'll discuss the answer. What is the mode of inheritance? Come on. Okay. So the correct answer is, what is the mode of inheritance here? The correct answer is, it is X-linked recessive. What is this? It is X-linked recessive. Now the first point of difference between autosomal inheritance and X-linked inheritance is its predilection to a particular sex. Now can you see, it is mostly the males that are affected. Now in this also the females are spared. Here also the females are spared. Only the male is affected. So what happens is, the first important characteristic in X-linked diseases is that males are affected more than females. And why is it so? Because males have only one X chromosome and females have two X chromosomes. Okay, so if that X chromosome, whether it is recessive or dominant, if that has the trait, if that has the allele, that X chromosome has the allele for the trait, then it will be expressed irrespective of whether it is recessive or dominant. But females have an extra X chromosome, so the incidence of X-linked recessive diseases in females is lesser compared to in males. Okay, but what about autosomal recessive? Autosomal recessive inheritance occurs in equal frequency in both males and females because it is autosomal. It is not, there's no predilection for any sex there. Okay, now let us quickly write the genotypes. Okay, now this one, because it is X-linked and it is recessive, so there will be two. Let us mention, this is the dominant gene, dominant allele, and this one is the affected recessive allele. Okay, so this one is X and X. This one shall be X and Y. Okay, why capital X? Because this one is not affected. This is also X and Y. This one is what? This one, this can either be, no. So this one is totally X and X only. This one is the carrier. Now this one is what? This one is X and Y because it is getting Y from the male. So this one is affected because X-linked recessive. So because it has just one X chromosome, male, so even if the X has, this one is recessive, even if it is just one X chromosome, it just needs one X chromosome to express the trait because it has only one X chromosome. Now this one again is the carrier. Now since it is affected, this one will be, now again it is getting married to an affected female. So this will be recessive. So this one, okay. Now, as in the case of autosomal recessive diseases, which we discussed yesterday, in case of parents, in case of both the parents expressing the trait, all the children will express the trait. Why? Because for autosomal recessive diseases to express, you need to have homozygous condition. So homozygous condition means all the gametes will be carrying the affected allele. If all the gametes will be carrying the affected allele, there is 100% chances of the children getting affected. Similarly, here also, if the mother has X and X, both the gametes affected, the father has X and Y. Now this X is affected. The Y does not, the Y has a different set of traits only. So all the children will be affected. Okay, this one has just the Y, this one has X from the mother and the Y from the father. This one has either of the X from the mother and this X from the father. This one has X from the mother and Y from the father. So all these will be affected, just like autosomal recessive. Now compare this one. What will be the genotype for this one? This is the small x, because this is the carrier. What is this? This is the carrier. Similarly, this one also is the carrier. So this small x, wherever it is going to go, is going to precipitate the disease. So X and Y. So this is carrying the disease. Now here this woman can be either X and X or X and X. Anything. This male is X and Y. This again can be either X and X or X and X. Now this first X is from the father and the second X can be either of the mother's gametes. Either of the gametes of the mother. Understood this genotype? Look at the genotype and ask me if there's any doubt, if there's any contention that you have with the genotype that I have mentioned, that I have drawn. Just look at this once. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the characteristics. The first characteristic is that the males are affected more than the females. Second, if a mother has the trait, all the sons will have it. How? Let us see. If a mother has the trait, all the sons will have it. That is what we have discussed here. Now, if this mother has the trait, this is the son, he's having it. This is the son, he's having it. How? Because from the father, he's only getting the Y chromosome. One of the X chromosomes he will definitely get from the mother. And the mother is having the trait. That means she should be in a homozygous condition. Homozygous condition means both the gametes will have it. So either of the gamete, whichever goes into the son will, in either case, in either scenario, will express it and will be affected. So if the mother has the trait, all the sons will have it. Got it? Next. No male to male transmission. Why? Because male to male transmission is Y-linked or sex chromosome linked diseases, I'm saying. Because X chromosome in a male, X chromosome in males comes from the mother. From the father, what comes? The Y chromosome. Okay, therefore, no male to male transmission. Okay, next. Same inheritance pattern in females as for autosomal recessive. Because the females have an extra X chromosome. So, until and unless both the X chromosomes are affected, like in a homozygous condition, like in autosomal recessive, the females will only be carriers, like autosomal recessive cases. Okay. Now, what is the difference in males? The males have just one X chromosome and one different Y chromosome containing a different set of genes. So, for males, it is entirely different. Just one X chromosome, so they will definitely be affected, even if it is autosomal X-linked recessive or X-linked dominant. In both the cases, the phenotype will be the same. It will be affected trait. But in females, what happens is, because they have two X chromosomes, just like two alleles of any autosome of any somatic chromosome also, it behaves the same. Okay, so it needs to be in a homozygous condition to express the X-linked recessive trait in females. Therefore, in females, X-linked recessive diseases have the same inheritance pattern as autosomal recessive diseases. These characteristics can come as MCQ questions themselves. So please try and understand and focus on them. The son of a female carrier has a 50% chance of having the trait, having the disease. How? Now, this is the carrier. Okay. Now, this is the son. How does he have a 50% chance? Let us look at this. Now, this is the male. This is a female. Okay. Now, this is this and this is a carrier. Let us draw it. Now the son, what will be the gametes? The gametes can be either, this can be X, the gametes will be X, Y, X, X. So the combinations can be either X and X, this is a female, not affected, X and X, this is another female who is a carrier, then X and Y, this is a male, and then X and Y. Only this male is affected. So out of the males, only 50%, only one out of the two males is affected. So 50% of the sons are affected, and 25% of the children are affected, and 50% of the daughters are carriers, or 25% of the children are carriers. Understood this? This is how you have to tell. The mothers of males with the trait can be either carriers or have the trait. Again, very easy. Males with the trait. Okay, now you make this and you make this. Again, this one is this. This one can be either this or this, if you say. So the males that are having the homozygous for the trait, it said, right? And can either have the disease in a homozygous manner. So this female can either be this or this. How? Because the son is going to just get the Y chromosome from the father. Okay. So what will be the X that he gets from the mother? The X can be either, he can get the X either from a carrier or from an affected individual. Isn't it? So either the female can be a carrier or can be affected herself, like this pedigree. The son of an affected mother, the affected son can either have an affected mother, or the affected son can either have a carrier mother. Okay, understood? This is what that statement is saying. Now again, very quickly look at these characteristics. Read these characteristics and try and understand, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. And then we'll discuss three important consequences, three important caveats. Males are affected more than females. If a mother has the trait, all the sons will have it. No male to male transmission because X chromosome in males comes from the mother. Same inheritance pattern in females as it is for autosomal recessive. The son of a female carrier has a 50% chance of having it. The mothers of males with the trait can be either carriers or they have the trait homozygously. Okay. Now let us discuss three important conditions. Excuse me. One is Klinefelter's syndrome. Okay, Klinefelter's syndrome is an extra copy of the X chromosome. So what happens here is this male has an extra X. Extra X means if one of the X is affected, here, then it also has an extra X chromosome. So the phenotype will either be not affected by the trait or very less affected by the trait. That is carried by the X chromosome. Understood? Or lesser expression of the trait in Klinefelter's syndrome. Okay. Turner's syndrome. Now, Turner's syndrome in females is like a normal male. Okay. What I'm talking about is with respect to X, because it just has one X chromosome. So, if this X chromosome is affected, if it carries the recessive allele, then it will express the trait. Okay. So, it will not be a carrier. No carrier state in Turner's syndrome. Why? Because there is just one X chromosome. Now, what is skewed X inactivation? Have you heard of lionization? What is lionization? Lionization is inactivation of one X chromosome in the female. So there are two X chromosomes in a normal female. Okay, normal female genotype is X and X. Now during the process of gametogenesis, during the formation of gametes, what happens is these two X chromosomes separate. Now when they separate, what happens is both of them are activated. Now once there is fusion and zygote formation, suppose they fuse with this one, fuses with this one to produce another female. Now in this female, in the somatic state, in the non-gametogenic state, in the somatic cells, what happens is this, in the normal somatic cells, one of the X chromosome randomly, okay, it is a 50% chance, either this or this, 50% chance, randomly one of the X chromosomes is inactivated, and that becomes what? The bar body. How is it inactivated? The U chromatin, which is expressing, converts to heterochromatin. Okay. Now this is facultative heterochromatin, that is just for the time being. Okay. So it is inactivated. Now there is a 50% chance of either of the X chromosome to be inactivated. But so therefore, suppose this is X and X, okay, dominant. So it does not carry the X-linked recessive allele, so it does not matter whether it gets activated or this one. But suppose this one is X and X, and suppose this one gets inactivated. So what will happen? No, in a normal recessive condition, this is not going to affect. But when there is skewed inactivation, what is the meaning of skewed inactivation? That means one of them is inactivated to a higher degree. Then what happens is, in a skewed inactivation state, even in the carrier state, what will happen is, even in the carrier state, the female can express. In skewed inactivation, female can express the trait. So have you understood all these three? You can quickly revise. Okay, I'll just quickly help you revise these concepts. I'll just skim through these. Okay. So this is the pedigree. This is for X-linked recessive. You can draw this down and you can practice X-linked recessive. Okay, and what are the characteristics? Males affected more than females. If a mother has the trait, all the sons will have it. No male-to-male transmission. Same inheritance pattern as autosomal recessive for females. The son of a female carrier has a 50% chance of having the trait. The mothers of males with the trait can be either carriers in a heterozygous state or can either be having the trait in a homozygous state. Okay, understood? So I think this will be it for today, and meet me at 11 p.m. on the Unacademy app for a special class on MCQ bonus biochemistry sessions. Okay, it is a special class at 11 p.m. So do stay tuned to that. Go and log into the Unacademy app. If you haven't installed it, then do install it, and then attend that session. Okay. And tomorrow also I have 3 YouTube sessions also, so please subscribe to this channel to be timely notified of the sessions. Alright, if there's any doubt, the session is open for discussion for the next 1 minute. Otherwise, we can stop the stream. Okay? Please do practice the pedigree analysis, guys. It is very, very important for you to practice pedigree analysis because they are not very difficult. And the more you practice, the more confident you will be at solving them. And there can be, this is just, okay, one example of X-linked recessive is hemophilia. And hemophilia and fragile X syndrome, all these are X-linked recessive diseases. Okay. So because what can be asked of you is some application based questions, retrograde analysis, saying hemophilia has which of these pedigree analysis shows the pattern of inheritance that is characterized in the transmission of hemophilia. So these are the things that can be asked of you. These are the questions that can be asked. So you should be ready. You should be prepared prepared for answering all of these questions. Okay. Alright then guys, see you, bye bye. I don't see any questions coming up, then I can stop the stream, okay? Okay guys, bye bye, take care, see you at 11 p.m. on Unacademy, okay? The Unacademy app, special class, MCQ discussion, MBBS, that is MCQ bonus biochemistry sessions. Okay, bye bye.